I'm very excited for the trivia I have prepared. I'm just going to
Oh
say that as
no.
well.
Oh.
It's a new era.
I hope it's all about the thong song
That would be
because I'm
good.
ready. So,
I'll do Olivia. Can I have a one-word prompt, please?
Surge.
Surge. Okay, here we go. I do remember drinking, it wasn't Surge, but there was some energy drink like that. I want to say specifically from White Castle. Any caffeinated beverages, Julia, from your childhood?
From my childhood, no. My mom had us on a diet when I was 12, so I was only Diet Coke. Hi, welcome to the Overtalking Podcast with your host. Ken's not here today, but CJ's here. Say hi, CJ.
Hi, CJ.
This is the show where we talk over TV shows and movies as chosen by our guests. And we have one today. More than one.
That's right. Two very special guests. Ken is continuing to be on paternity leave, so he's not with us. So it's my show now. I run the rules. I'm in charge.
That's right. Tell him.
So with me are Overtalking veterans, Julia Sullivan and Olivia Coady.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
We're here. Or I feel like since this is the 1990s, we should say, what's up?
What's up?
I think that's before Y2K.
Yeah, that was good. When I was looking at prepping for the trivia segment later in the show that I'm very excited about, some of the quote-unquote trivia facts of this movie were that in the video store, half of the movies came out after 2000. they're like, oh, that movie was not out yet, let alone on VHS or whatever. Freaking dorks analyzing.
We have Shrek 5 up there already.
Yeah. Oh, can't wait. Are you guys excited for Shrek Month coming soon to Overtalking?
Okay, it's in my calendar.
I love Shrek. Not even joking.
Julia, that was the most not hot take you could ever have.
Really? Is it? Oh, I didn't
doesn't
know there's
like
such a
Shrek?
fandom. I mean, not that people don't like it, but I don't know. I feel like animated movies that are kind of not totally catered for kids can be, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it holds up is all I'm saying. Great soundtrack. I'm excited I don't know how Shrek 5 is going to go, but
yeah,
I'll keep an eye out for Shrek Month on Overtalking.
I'm pumped. Even though I'm pretty sure I have not seen the fourth one ever.
It's the fourth one. Okay, so now we got to get into the Shrek lore.
Yes.
So the first one, we know. The second one, they're married, and there's Prince Charming. The third one, she's pregnant. He's sent off to sea on some adventure, and she screams from the boat, I'm pregnant, right?
Is that the third one?
Yes, I think that's right.
Oh, man, have I not even seen the third one?
Oh, no, CJ. Because I think the third one also has Zac Efron.
Or is it Justin Timberlake? Yeah, I think it's Timberlake.
Wow. Oh, man. Have I not even seen Shrek
in the Timberlake
3?
era.
The 2000s,
I think you got to catch up.
Justin Timberlake is Zac Efron.
Right. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
The third one is Justin Timberlake.
But yeah, CJ, you got a lot to watch. Okay.
Dang. Ooh, third one, 41% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, I hope you forget that for the trivia.
It fell off.
Yeah.
It fell off. For the record, I said I just liked Shrek. I did not say the entire franchise series. So,
favorite one?
Clarify that. Favorite one? I think I like 2 actually. I like the sequel.
Okay.
A lot. Fun. I would go with 1, the classic, but I do feel like it's a Godfather Part 1, Godfather Part 2 situation. You can't go wrong.
Agreed. And then they ruined it. So, just kidding. Zendaya will save the.
There you go.
Will save the day.
CJ, which one is your favorite?
Of the Godfathers?
Yes.
Well, seeing as I'm just now realizing I think I've only seen Shrek 1 and 2, probably maybe the second one? I don't really remember a whole lot.
When is, pardon me, Shrek Month?
I want to do it when the 5th one comes out. So whatever month following, which I think we looked it up as December of next year or something.
Screw the holidays.
Yeah. Shrek Month. I mean, he's green. That kind of works, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go.
While we're on Mike Myers, I will say this was a few years ago. My now sister-in-law had never seen Austin Powers. And I was visiting my brother and now sister-in-law at their apartment when they lived in Indiana, and was like, you know, it sounds like a great use of all of our time. We should watch Austin Powers. And it was
Absolutely.
one of the most fun nights I've ever had revisiting that as an adult. You're catching jokes you didn't catch before, and also you're just kind of laughing at the fact that this was a gigantic franchise that like we all fell in love with, because there's so many stupid jokes. And we were sort of laughing.
How many movies are there?
There's 3.
Okay. I'm right there with Krista then. I've seen 0 out of 3.
Wow.
That's a cultural blind spot for me. But I feel like I know Dr. Evil. I know his little pinky thing.
Yeah.
But no, never got into those. But I was homeschooled, so
We'll add that to the list when Austin Powers Month comes around.
Again, would love that. Okay, following Shrek Month, we're just doing Mike Myers' year. How about that?
Perfect.
Can't wait to get to Love Guru. Good. With Austin Powers, watching the movie now, you can tell they are trying so bad just to hit the 80-minute mark. Like they're padding it so much with weird transitions and stuff. You're like, man, you barely had a movie.
That to me actually sounds really ideal, because I famously think all movies should be under 80 minutes long.
Under 80? Not even an hour and a half?
Yeah, give me a solid hour of television, and that's a movie to me.
Okay.
My attention span has been null as of late.
Yeah, I hear that. I do think 90 minutes is like the perfect amount of time.
Yeah, I agree. I will say the 90-minute movie we watched, you guys, felt too long.
Still too long?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that perfect transition. We're going to take a quick break, and after this, we're going to talk about Y2K, the movie.
Talk to her, dude. What's up, Laura?
We're actually going to this New Year's thing. It's going to be a total shit show.
Oh. You've got mail. A Tamagotchi just drilled through a chick's head.
So excited. Do you guys remember Y2K?
No.
Yeah,
not
me
at all.
neither.
What traumatizing thing happened to you?
Actually, literally nothing. I do just remember it being like the year 2000 seemed really cool and big, but did not understand the technology aspect of it at all.
Yeah.
Being a tech nerd, what I remember is Microsoft came out with the operating system Windows Me, which was the Millennium Edition, and it was a giant piece of shit and it crashed all the time.
Little CJ in his room.
Yeah.
Coding the night of New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. My sister was born early February 2000. So I think my parents were a little preoccupied and probably hoping that no world catastrophe would be happening. But that was the main event for the 2000s.
That's a big
for the
one.
year 2000 in my family. But yeah, no, I don't remember Y2K specifically. 3 years later, 9/11, or
3 years later, Julia.
3 years late. I have a cold, guys. I've been on so much cold medicine.
Famously, a year and 9 months and 11 days. Later.
Wow, that's really bad. And I'm from DC too. That's like really bad. A year later.
Hey, CJ, keep that in the podcast.
Yeah, definitely
Jesus
give you that
Christ.
one. We love 9/11 talk on the show.
Oh my God. I'm going to go. Anyway, this was fun.
And we're back, joined by Julia Sullivan and Olivia Coady, here to talk about Kyle Mooney's movie, Y2K. Julia and Olivia, I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock for you both to describe the movie for somebody who has never seen it. Ready, go.
The year is 1999. It's December 31st, 1999, actually. And two sexless high school virgins are talking about all the fun they're having New Year's Eve and getting rowdy, popcorn style Julia.
And they're really into computers and AIM. And the computers are coming to life and they find themselves at a party and people are getting killed left and right. And back to Olivia.
4,
the world's ending.
3,
what's
2,
gonna happen?
1. Time. And hilarity ensues, I would say. There's funny parts.
Hilarity ensues. I had some laughs, I'll say.
Yeah.
For sure.
This caught me by surprise in the first, 20 minutes of the movie. when Y2K happens, there's just immediate heavy gore. Somebody like gets very injured. I was like, I did not think it was going to be that type of movie.
Which technological mishap was your favorite?
Oh man, somebody's hand in a blender. Just because I
and
was
then
like,
his penis was in the blender. I thought.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But then he was like holding it at his crotch. But maybe I looked away at the wrong time.
No, probably.
Liv is famously a crotch watcher, so that tracks.
Okay, wait. I don't want that on the podcast. I am not a crotch watcher.
Just kidding. That's the cold medicine talking. Sorry.
It was funny that like it cut to that. We weren't in the room with like leading up to that moment of just like, yeah, why is the blender off the counter? Did it like jump off at him or something? Did it spring legs? So that one got me by surprise, I think, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the the skateboarder guy dying. That was not even like related to the computers. Really got me.
Yeah.
You have to wear your helmet.
Yes, very important.
Listen, sorry.
Big PSA. Gotta wear your helmet. That I really appreciated them killing off some major characters like quickly. Like I thought that was kind of unexpected. And fun to watch. That took me by surprise too. I was like, oh, okay.
It was sad. My tears did fall from my eyes a little bit.
It was sad.
When his best friend died. I was like, no.
And no tears fell from their eyes. They were ready to go.
Yeah.
Listen, he got that condom and he was out of there. That's all he needed. I will say I liked before they go out into the garage, they're in the hallway, and that one girl has like the little like car come up to her with a little screwdriver and it like gets her right in the brain.
Yeah.
That part. And then after it comes after their group and the best friend just starts stomping on it. And I was like, all these little robots seem so easy to defeat. And I love that he used his workout exercise DVD mechanics to just stomp it to death.
Not just any workout, Tae Bo. Very popular in the aughts.
No, I'm so sorry, Tae Bo.
Show some respect. We for sure, my family had a Tae Bo DVD or VHS or something that was in our household.
Understandable. I could see also you being so little with a solid core.
No, not
putting away.
Nope.
I think one, and once again, I do have to say I was a little distracted while watching the movie, and that everything else in the world seemed more exciting to me. Sorry. Why was there no Furby?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good point.
Maybe a copyright thing or something.
Oh, maybe.
Disappointing. Missed. Well, no, because there was a Tamagotchi. Well, I mean, it's specifically, I guess they couldn't get the Furby thing, but
maybe. I don't know. Kyle, explain yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Is there already like a just straight up Furby horror movie? There's got to be, right?
There's one that's similar. And God, isn't this When You Wish Ken Was?
Yeah,
Fun?
gosh.
There's one, I think it's called like Puka. It's not Furby, but it looks like a Furby, and I know they took like inspiration from it on Hulu. Bad movie.
Okay. Bummer.
Yeah. So automatically -5 stars from the movie. Sorry.
I speaking of getting points, this movie does get 1 point. There's a main character named CJ in it. Pretty cool.
Yes, that's right. I did see that.
Very cool name for cool guys.
Yeah. And this is a little bit of a spoiler alert, but I think CJ is the one that saves Fred Durst's life.
I'll take it. Yeah, I think so.
Yes, that's the one that got the CDs sliced in his head. Is that him?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Just one of those days.
That was a good kill too. I also did get very distracted after Fred Durst came on camera to do a deep dive into whether he was related to Robert Durst or not.
Famously no, but I wish.
Famously no, but the AP in 2015 did report that they were the same person. So I had a lot of fun looking into that. And like the lore of him having to constantly remind people that he's not related to that family. But it did cross my mind. So
I also don't know if this is just a big fan of Kyle Mooney, by the way. Love him on SNLs and his like YouTube videos that he would put out and stuff.
Yeah, but good neighbor stuff.
Yeah. when
Shout
they
out.
when they brought up Fred Durst, I was like, he's gonna be in the movie, isn't he? They're gonna
Yeah,
like
totally.
that was it was still a very cool reveal, but I was like, oh, he's absolutely gonna show up now. They're talking about him a lot.
I am curious, is he just living at the A24 studios, wherever those may be? Because he was
Maybe.
also in As the TV Glows.
Oh wow.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he played the dad.
Wait, what?
I think that's who he is in the
Oh,
movie.
no, I'm sure you're right.
He is Frank.
Again, I did see that credit when I was deep diving on him to see his familial connections, but that's
family tree.
wild.
Yeah,
That is
so
wild.
listen, he's booked and he's busy.
He's booked and he's busy. Good for him, honestly. But yeah, it's hard when Good Neighbor Stuff and Kyle's videos were so important to me in high school. So
Yes.
it's like hard to see something and be like, oh, this was like not as great as I wanted it to be. But if he had fun and got to make a little bit of money, I'm happy for my boy Kyle. I also saw the other movie that he, I believe, wrote and directed.
The bear
The
one.
Brigsby
bear
Bear.
one. Yes. Did we see that together, Liv? I don't remember.
Mhm.
But yeah, it didn't quite connect for me. But boy, that video about the Lakers bus. Love that one. We'll go back to that time and again.
I think I liked Brigsby Bear more than this movie. I will say,
Yeah.
from what I remember. Yeah.
But still had fun though. And we got to see Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son. Always happy to see him on screen.
Sure.
I love him.
We love him. It was fun. I don't know that Rachel Zegler does it for me, but she's there.
She very quick tangent about her. So I've talked about this show, the George Lucas Talk Show, before on this podcast. It was a New York live UCB show, and they moved to streaming during the pandemic and stuff. Rachel Zegler came on that show and loved it so much that a year or two ago, while Rachel was at the Oscars, she like dialed into the stream they were having and was on the George Lucas Talk Show while at the Oscars. And just called into turned on her video and everything, and was just like walking around the Oscars showing the people of the George Lucas Talk Show. I was like, you're cool. I like you.
Wait, that's crazy. Okay, cool points for her.
Yeah.
It is cool and charming. I think I see both points. I think this was just like a miscast for me in this role. Mainly because she is such a theater kid to me, where I'm like, you are just inherently like you would be streaming that at the Oscars with so much love. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it felt misplaced, but I do think she's very talented, and I hate men who hate her, and that's my barometer on whether or not I think they're a good person.
Fair.
Is that a thing? That there's like a cohort of men that don't like her?
Yeah, it was like, well, I don't know if it just is like men. I think it's like young Gen Z people like really hated her for just kind of like being very cringe. I think essentially.
Oh,
this is
gotcha.
also maybe I'm thinking that she's cringe and watch she did like blackface or something, and I have no idea. Rachel Zegler did not do blackface, but I'm just saying it could happen because I know so little about her.
Gotcha.
I don't
Staunch
imagine that
defender.
though.
Yeah.
No, I would hope not. No, she, yeah, is very, loved her in West Side Story though. She's very talented.
Yeah, she is this is her, I think, only like 5th or 6th movie or something like that. Like, yeah, she hasn't been in much. She's just like blown up in the past couple of years.
Totally. And that kid, the main kid has been in, was he in It or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that his main? Okay. Yeah, I like him. He's good.
He also, I feel like, is maybe typecast as always that kind of character.
Right.
I did call him a sexless virgin earlier, and I do wonder what the impact of that being your typecast is.
Yeah. Probably
it's
not
the Jonah
great.
Hill effect a little bit, right?
Well, yeah, because I mean, he got cool, but then I also think present day Jonah Hill is not cool. Once again, I don't know. I'm just throwing these accusations out there.
Right. But I think he's trying to break out of the typecast. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many allegations can Liv put against these young children and ruin their careers?
Okay, Jonah Hill is like 40 million years old.
40 is young. No, I'm just kidding. Back me up on that, CJ.
Yes,
As Liv is
40's
the
very
youngest
young.
of us
Yeah.
here.
No,
40's
it's very
so young.
40's very
Yeah,
young.
I don't even
We all think
remember Y2K.
Nope. I did enjoy. Did you guys watch? Speaking of Jonah Hill, he put out that like therapy documentary called Stutz about his therapist.
I did not watch, but I remember seeing it. Yes. Would you recommend?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Nice.
It was cool. It flat out is teaching you concepts about therapy, but also about this guy and Jonah's relationship to it, and kind of also the relationship it's had on Jonah and his past and present. And yeah,
Okay.
Very sick.
it was cool.
Cool. Good to know.
We'll check it out.
It's called Stutz on Netflix. 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, and most importantly, what did you rate this important documentary on Letterboxd, CJ?
I wonder if I did check that in. I could probably check that really quick. I remember really liking it, so probably at least 4 stars on
nice.
Yeah.
Big.
I gave it 4.5 stars on Letterboxd.
And that is
Wow.
showing that you have destigmatized mental health.
That's right.
Snaps.
I
all
love
around.
Yeah, that's high praise.
And speaking of random facts about stuff,
Ooh.
I think it's time to get into... Hey, did you know that? That's right. It's Hey, Did You Know That, the trivia portion of the show where I'm going to put Julia and Olivia head-to-head to see who knows the most about what we watched. I'm very excited. This is my first time doing trivia with Ken away. I hope I don't fuck it up. I think I'm going to set a new standard for how trivia is going to be done from the show from now on. Just coming in with a ton of confidence. Okay. So to start us off, you all have heard 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, but you also know on this show, we like to play 6 Degrees of Fast and Furious.
Hell yes.
So it's time to get into the 6 Degrees of Fast and Furious as it relates to the movie Y2K. Actor Julian Dennison, who plays Danny in Y2K, the best friend, is how many degrees away from the Fast and Furious universe, otherwise known as the FFU? Is he A, 2, B, 4, C, 1, or D, 3?
I'm gonna go A2.
I don't know why all of the B's and the 1s and the 2s all blended together as one amalgamation. Can you say those again to me?
It seems very straightforward in my mind. I don't know why you're confused. It's A2, B4, C1, D3.
Okay, I'm gonna go 3.
3 degrees away?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Both of you are incorrect. He's 1 degree away from the Fast and Furious universe.
Wait, how? The only movie I could think of was the Hunting for the Wilderness People, or whatever that movie is.
Great movie, by the way.
I would need to see it.
Before I reveal who that connection is or how it is, which movie from the FFU is this connection? Is it A, Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw? Is it B, Fast 6? Is it C, Fast 5 Guys? Is it D, Fast and Furious presents Bobs and Ska?
Oh gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna go 1, Hobbs and Shaw.
Julia?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna pick, but I'll pick B.
Oh, you should have stuck with it. Olivia's correct. It is
I
Fast and
figured
Furious
it
presents
was.
Hobbs and
Yeah.
Shaw. Now, I will give you a bonus point if you can name what actor within Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw is the connection back to Julian Dennison.
And just so just quick clarification, when we say 1 degree away, so there's one film in between this film, like one connector. It's not like
Y2K, a movie, and then a Fast and Furious movie.
There's gonna be so much dead air for you to cut out of this as I ponder.
Is it The Rock?
Okay. Olivia, what's your guess?
Well, now I'm gonna go with Jason Statham.
It is neither. It is Ryan Reynolds.
Fuck that guy. I hate that guy. I'm pissed, actually.
Oh, really?
I hate that it's him. I really hate him.
Oh, I did not know that.
Hate him.
Ryan Reynolds is in Deadpool 2 with Julian Dennison. Julian plays Fire Fist, a character I do not remember at all.
Oh,
Come on, Julian. Don't let him cut that out so he doesn't hear that.
yeah.
Sorry, this is a quick
Ryan
tangent.
Reynolds, always in the middle.
There is a really funny Hobbs and Shaw reference in the new movie Hard Eyes, which has Mason Gooding Jr., who's in this movie in Y2K, but they're literal cops. It's the girl,
Wow.
it's the main woman from Fast and Furious. I can't think of that actress's name, but Paul Walker's sister, Mia.
Okay.
Mia.
Yeah.
Mia's in this movie, and she plays a cop that's called Shaw, and her partner is called Hobbs, and they keep making Hobbs and Shaw jokes. It is very funny. Anyways, back to trivia, CJ.
That's great. No, I love it.
Wait, that is like a 2-degree separation from Fast and Furious. It's a different one.
Yeah, that's great. Jordan Brewster,
Okay,
I believe the actor
an
is his
extra
name.
point for you.
Who plays Mia? Okay,
Yes, go on.
Olivia's up 1-0. Okay, another 1-degree connection is Rachel Zegler, who plays Laura in Y2K. She is also in the movie Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which features Helen Mirren. Before we get to the FFU connection, what is the name of Helen Mirren's character in Shazam! Fury of the Gods? This is multiple choice.
Dumb motherfucker.
Is it A, Despera, B, Hespera, C, Gespera, or D, Dame?
I'm going with the funniest answer would be if it's Despera.
Okay, Julia?
Despera, Hespera, Gespera, and Dame are the options.
Yep.
Trick question. It's all three. Her full name.
Yeah, it's depends on how you pronounce it. Okay, I'll go with I'll go Hespera. Why not?
Julia, you
The
are
one-
correct. It is Hespera.
Nicely done, girl.
Yeah,
It's really well earned.
I've seen it many times.
You've all seen the sequel to Shazam, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, right?
Of course.
Because I know I have.
Isn't it starring that actor that everyone's
He's an
canceling?
awful
Zach,
man.
what's
Yeah.
his name? Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't even bear it to be mentioned.
He who must not be named. Yeah, anyways. That was fun, CJ. That was a good
Thank
one.
So now, speaking of Helen Mirren, how many FFU movies is she in?
Are we including spinoffs?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
The entire
we-
universe.
Are we not
Are you
getting
giving
options
us? Are
for
you
this
giving us
one,
an
or-
A, B, C, D, or are we just?
Nope, just name a number.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Insane.
she's in 3.
3? Okay.
Did you say in spin-offs? I say this. I've seen one Fast and Furious movie.
Yes,
Okay.
spin-offs are considered.
You've seen 2.
No, I think I've only seen one. I don't think I've only seen 9.
Oh,
Did we
that's a
see
great
10?
one. 9's one of my favorites.
Yeah, we just saw 10 because 10's the one that ends in the cliffhanger, and we're like, when is this? Gonna
Part
pick up?
1.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's the one I.
You've
anyway,
seen 2.
it doesn't matter. Thanks for keeping me honest. I'll say she's in 5.
Ooh, okay.
No.
So the answer was 4, which is
Okay.
right in between what
Ooh.
either of you said.
I was with that.
So
Okay,
I'm going to
so
say
zero
no
points.
points since you are both closer. We can either do no
Yeah.
points or you each get a point.
Yeah, no, it has to be 0 points.
Okay,
you
0
have to
points.
keep us honest.
But here's the thing. I will now give you a point if you can name each of those 4 movies. A point for each movie you can name that she's in.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You can do alternate guesses or however you want.
Well, Julie, you go first because I've seen maybe a few more movies than you.
She was in at least one of the ones I saw. So
Which is
10?
Okay. Fast X Part 1.
What's the name of it? I couldn't tell you.
Show some respect.
I
Just do the numbers.
well,
girl.
loved my time in the theater. Would love to pick it back up. No disrespect to Vin Diesel and the crew.
That's right. Okay. Olivia? I think Julia's only naming the one. So
Okay, I'm gonna say I think her first intro to it is 6. I don't believe she was in 7. I think
Okay.
she was in 8 and then I would guess she's in Hobbs and Shaw. I would assume. Okay, wait. So I'm gonna say 6, 8, Hobbs and Shaw, and then I don't think she was in the most recent one. So I'll say 9.
Okay.
So 6, 8, 9, Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay. You get 3 points.
Ooh.
Wow. Impressive.
She is in The Fate of the Furious, which is the 8th one.
Mhm.
She is in Hobbs and Shaw. She is in F9, The Fast Saga, one of my favorites. And she is in Fast X Part 1.
Man, they're just too much family. That was my review, and there's too much family in Fast 10.
We
Can I
love
also
it.
just say that this trivia is supposed to be about the movie Y2K?
Yeah, it is.
but
It's connected. That there's the connection.
Somehow,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Julia, he's plugging Fast and the Furious month. Shh.
Listen, I could have been warned ahead of time to study up on a franchise, but I was not given that courtesy. So
Cars didn't even
Just point that
exist in
out.
1999.
Right, that's so true. Where are all the flying cars they've been promising us?
And
Great-
Julia, you're
great
saying to
line.
study up, you're going to watch 11 movies?
Maybe
Okay.
I was. Maybe I was.
All right. That's dedication. Okay. Next question. Helen Mirren's character is nicknamed what in the FFU? Is it A, Teeny? Is it B, Queenie? Is it C, Beanie? Or Chet?
Or what was the last one? Chet?
Chet.
Honestly, I was just going to say mother. Julia, you can go first.
Teeny, Queenie, Beanie, or Chet?
Jesus Christ.
Her
I was
full name.
hoping one of those would have rung a bell, but unfortunately did not. I'm gonna say Beanie, which I think is the funniest answer of them all.
Okay.
I do love that. I'm just going to go context clues. Context being that she's British. Queenie.
You are
Yeah.
correct. It is Queenie.
Totally.
All right. That brings the score to
Wait,
Olivia.
you would use context clues for that? You didn't know that off the bat?
Yeah, come on. That was easy.
Wow. I was gonna hand you that one because I thought you knew it, but you were using
No.
Wow.
No. Listen,
Okay.
I just like watching the fast cars and the bright lights and the hot babes, man.
We love the babes. All right. The score is now Olivia's up by 5. Julia has 2.
God damn it.
All right. Next question. What is the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter score for Y2K?
Oh,
Olivia, since you're in the lead, you will go first.
Okay, well,
This
I
is
don't
Price
know,
is
'cause
Right
I, like,
rules.
I heard nothing about this movie. And sorry, I'm gonna explain my answer. I've heard nothing about this movie. I personally didn't like it. So I'm gonna go smack dab the middle and say, I'll go 51. I'll give it a little bump.
51. Okay. Julia?
30.
30.
No explanation needed.
30 and 51. I think that is still Olivia gets the point. It is 43%.
Ooh, damn.
Just barely.
Damn, just barely.
Wow. I'm honestly surprised
Wow.
by that. But again, happy for our friend Kyle.
That it's 43. You're happy for him?
Yeah, because I thought it was
Worse than
worse
that.
than that.
All right. Well, I think that makes Olivia our winner.
Wow, I feel really good about this win. Thank you. Thank you.
You knew the
I
most
think-
about Y2K. It shows. Just for fun, I pulled the popcorn meter, the AKA the what used to be called the audience score, is 52%.
Oh.
So very close.
Yeah.
IMDb is 4.9 out of 10. So also in
was
that
like out
kind
of
of like
5?
50 range. And then
Yeah.
Letterboxd is 2.6 out of 5.
I'm kind of
Oh,
shocked by
wow.
Letterboxd.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's where I was picking that up from.
Oh, wait. We kind of already referenced this when Julia thought September 11th was 3 years away, but I do want to read
2003.
I do want to read this really funny Letterboxd comment that I saw earlier. And the review was 4 stars heart, so they really liked it. But it was sequel coming September 2001, and I loved that.
Good
Yeesh.
one.
Do you think in this universe, do you think 9/11 still happens?
Maybe they also stopped that somehow. Maybe that is the with the USB drive.
Roxy Girl 20 takes control.
That was another thing on the IMDb page was people nitpicking the fact that she uses a USB to take down the robot, and USBs barely came out in the year 2000, and they would have been extremely expensive.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay, dorks, we get it.
I guess that is fun. I mean, essentially, this is a period piece.
That's right.
It would be fun to like go through. I guess, and that sucks. As we get older, we can be those nitpicky people, being
Yeah.
like, "Those didn't even exist. Slinkies weren't even around."
Slinkies.
Yeah. I mean, it is nerdy of them, but at the same time, if that's the whole premise of your film and it's not being like accurate to the time, that
Yeah.
seems like a huge oversight. We're your
Yeah,
nerd
fair.
consultants to keep you honest.
Wait. Also, how do we feel about Kyle Mooney and dreads?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Hot. That was I was bummed because I saw Kyle Mooney was on Jimmy Kimmel promoting this, and I was like, I'm gonna watch that interview. But they played that clip of like his reveal of his character. I was like, that's one of the best part. You ruined it.
Yeah.
So then when he showed up in the movie, I was like, yeah, I know that's what he's gonna look like. That was probably a big laugh of like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's time to hear what you all thought of this movie. It's time for ratings. You've heard us debating. We know you've been waiting. So now it's time to hear Want it on record for the listeners that they were dancing along to the song. Everyone loves it. It's a banger.
I also want it on the record. CJ sang that live.
That's right. I do every time. Did people not know that? It's every time. All right. Olivia, I'll start with you. On a scale of 1 to 10, what did you think of Y2K?
Okay, I've never come on this podcast and I've never disliked a movie. I love bad movies. This was so boring to me. I'm giving it a 1.
A 1? Wow.
There just are better versions of this out there for all of the tropes that they tried to do. And the only benefit I loved basically watching an I Love the 90s movie. That was really fun. But I've seen those episodes on VH1. This added nothing into the lexicon, so a 1.
Damn. All right.
1 plus 1999 also equals. Stay with me.
So hold on.
2000.
2000.
Yeah. We'll workshop.
Sorry, I'm really hesitant about my math.
Yeah, I had to double check. All right, Julia, on a scale of 1 to 10, for you, what do you rate Y2K?
Yeah, for me, I am gonna give it a 4 out of 10. I had a lot of fun with the soundtrack, and the fashion. I thought that was fun. And again, was really enjoyed some of the kills. So I'll give him that. But yeah, I mean, I think could have done more. I think there was a lot there to work with, but didn't quite land the plane for me.
Yeah.
You have to stop talking about planes.
Oh Jesus!
I wasn't gonna jump on that, but
anyway. Yeah, so it was fun though. I had fun watching it. It was very boring, and did once again spend the last half of the movie Googling Fred and Robert Durst connections. Maybe that's where I really had the fun.
All right. Yeah. For me, yeah, I gotta say I was excited for this and it did not deliver. I especially knowing Kyle Mooney's sense of humor, it feels there weren't as many jokes as I thought, or gags and stuff.
Right.
It turns really quick early in the movie to them just kind of walking around town and not really knowing what to do or anything. It was usually there's at least some more build up or something. It felt like we really quickly just got into the disaster movie part of it. I also can't tell if this was just in my viewing. I was especially tired that day. I remember lying on the couch in the afternoon for this, which probably affects.
You have to be upright for the movie. Famously.
Yeah, maybe that's why I wasn't getting the jokes because I was horizontal. But yeah, I think a 5. I think it was fine. I don't know that I would really recommend it to anyone. It was kind of disappointing. I don't know if that was because of my expectations or sounds like it just didn't really deliver is what we're all saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like how you were if I had slept a little better the night before, maybe it would have hit for me.
Maybe it would have been more, I don't know, accepting to the jokes and stuff.
Make sure you get your full 8 hours before you watch Y2K.
Yeah, that's the recommendation.
The takeaway.
I wish I ever got full 8 hours. Tired as hell all the time.
Oh, Ken did join us on the podcast.
He's now the sleepy boy. Brand new parent.
Yeah.
Taking my title. Julia, Olivia, thank you so much for joining us. Sorry you watched kind of a bummer of a movie. I realized we didn't really say that this was picked because I screenshotted my Letterboxd diary and sent it to you guys to be hey, it would be great if you already picked a movie I've seen.
Sometimes the easiest answer is the best answer, but then it turns out to be the wrong answer.
Turns out
Once
to be
again,
not a good movie.
He's tired.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
No, we're happy to accommodate our sleepy friend. Yeah, no, it was good. I'm glad we saw it. I feel like I remember us seeing a trailer for that at some point and being kind of interested
it seems like it would have been right up our alleys. Honestly.
Yeah, it has the bones of a good movie, but didn't quite get there, sadly.
And that being said, if Kyle Mooney turns around and makes another movie, I'm absolutely going to watch it. I'm still going to still going to watch whatever he puts out. I'm still a fan of the guy, but yeah, I don't know. Need some work.
Yeah. Yeah, Kyle, come on the pod and defend your film.
But you have to be wearing dreads while you do.
You
That'd
have
be
to.
incredible.
You have to.
I feel like I would. No, I only want to talk about SNL and stuff with him. Just ignore the movie. Yeah. We'll get to that. But when you were on SNL,
Well, it's also funny because it's like he famously had his shit always cut from SNL. So it's like
right?
they finally gave you a full 90 minutes to do something. And that's what you gave us?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was it like to be roommates with Beck Bennett? Tell us about that.
Right, exactly.
Did you guys kiss?
What's Emma Stone like in real life?
Yeah. Is there any words of wisdom or things you'd like to plug at the end here?
Take action. Fight for your rights, your human rights.
Very passionate about this cause.
Yes, and
I sadly am.
just never forget that September 11th happened in 2001, and we will never forget, except when I just did maybe 45 minutes ago. But
got a salute from Olivia.
Yeah, and thank you for
also,
that.
there was a Tipper Gore reference in the movie as well, lest we forget speaking. Very timely.
That's right. From Fred Durst himself.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, even beyond the music and stuff, I don't know. I think they could have done more with like the language. Like there's they're randomly like, AIM, she's messaging me or whatever, but I think they could have dug into that a little bit.
Yeah, there
more.
could have been a Furby.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Or-
The most egregious oversight of all. There could have been a Furby. Yes.
Did not stress how important AOL Instant Messenger was.
No, literally, yeah.
That was the
lifeline.
form of communication.
Yes.
Right.
We were on it all the time.
I know.
Kids, they
Anyway.
they don't understand. They'll never get
They
it.
don't get it. They'll never get it. But yeah, thanks for having us, Siege. Always
Thank
fun
you.
to see you.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. If you out there would like to follow the show and support us, you can follow us on all the things at Overtalking Pod. Email the show to overtalkingpod@gmail.com. Call us the show at Y2K or go to our website, Overtalking Pod Party. And as we say at the end of every single episode, fuck it. Let's break stuff. I don't know how the song goes, but I'll put it in there.
Great job.
Bye.
Very fun.
This episode of Overtalking was produced by Ken and CJ, that's me, and edited by CJ, that's still me. Our very special guests were Olivia Coady and Julia Sullivan. The music you have heard in this episode was done by the talented and attractive Justin Peters. Okay, love you, bye!